And we are now live. Good morning, my minions, henchmen, interns, and employees, and welcome back to Masquerade Industries. As per always and per usual, I am your villainous and vindictive host, Mal Damask. I hope everyone enjoyed their weekend. I most certainly did. It was nice and relatively quiet. Nothing major on the scheming front, as it were, but I'm sure eventually we'll be able to get to something soon. For now, it's back to the gaming backlog. We'll be returning with some more Kentucky Route Zero today, continuing our mission to find 5 Dogwood Drive and finish the one last delivery, so we can finally settle down, have a nice cold beer, and do whatever it is that people in Kentucky do. Let's get started and set up, shall we? Just need to shut off the music for a moment while I get the game ready. I hope everyone's doing well. Alright, there we go, and we are back once again. Ah. Kentucky Route Zero. Now, I believe last we left off we had finished Act 2. Yep. So now we are on the next interlude, the entertainment. Last time we left off, we had broken our leg. We busted our leg and found that museum where there was supposed to be a doctor that could help us, who um, was staying in a housing unit museum, but then he moved out into the forest, and we got picked up by that giant eagle, and then we got drugs. So now we are on to the next portion, this next little intermission called the entertainment. Launching. Da 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 da. If anyone knows, no, that's the entertainer. Oh, it's a first-person segment. Audience member just coughed. Oh, oh. Director's notes. Lem Doolittle's original script for A Reckoning has almost no explicit stage directions, and from the author's essays and letters, we know Doolittle thought of the writer as an equal partner with the actors. The actors should have equal authority to write by acting into what Doolittle called the living script. Given the lack of stage directions, and our own interest in, as a company, in foregrounding the physicality of theatre, we made the bold decision to borrow the stage directions from his rarely performed pantomime A Barfly, and fold them into the action of A Reckoning. We've always thought of these two pieces as related, so it's been very natural gesturing to perform them simultaneously, and on the same stage. James B. Carrington. Carrington! Act 1 sound cues. Sound 1. Distant highway. Drone, glasses clinking, car passing by. It's too GD hot. It's cool in here. Yep. Like Babylon outside. JD, you're right. Well, cool in here. It's an oasis. Wonder how Ted's holding up. AC! Down there, they all have it. Okay, so we're watching a stage play. This will be fun. I wonder if we're getting any Tennessee Williams style stuff, or it's just going to be more surrealness. Sure, you're right. I've never been to Texas. Oh, sure. They all have AC. Too cold almost. In July, even. Gotta emphasize in before July. He's got a hotel. Yeah, hotel life. That's living. Maybe it's too much. I mean, what's to stop him, really? Meet some tall thing in a hotel bar? Nah, Ted's a good man. Nah, I know. He wouldn't run around. You're right. How about a beer? No beer today. Hard Times whiskey. That all you got? It's a good whiskey. Local. Yeah. You take deliveries from them? Sure. You ever see one of them? The boys from Hard Times? What? I heard they're strange. They work hard. They make a good whiskey. Who are we to judge? Sure. Who are we? No one of consequence. What's all this bread for? Sandwiches? Oh, Barfly wants alone at a table with two glasses, one empty. Barfly examines the empty glass, examines his full glass, looks at the ashtray, blows gently into with pursed lips and observes ash configuration. Coughs, wipes nose with sleeve. At length inspects sleeve. Remembers something trivial about the prior evening and looks up suddenly. Looks left, looks right. Skims the newspaper. Article about cross-country travel by hot air balloon. Visualizes hot air balloon launch. Forgets. Oh, that's um. I don't know how they stole my usual snack order, but it's a good brick. Sandwiches. Rain's Law. The old ones went bad while you were on vacation. You have a good time while those sandwiches rotted? You know me. Couldn't shut it off. 7 days on a beach and all I could think about was work. The new kitchen, maybe hire a hostess, A hostess? At the lower depths? Crazy. Nah, it's not so crazy. I was in a bar down there in New Orleans. They had a hostess, some dive. She seats you and, I don't know, points out the specials. Could have specials every night here. Drink specials. You make cocktails? Nah. Food specials. Monday night, chicken, I don't know, grilled chicken, Caesar salad. Class it up. Bess would have liked it. Here's to Bess. Yeah, yeah. Alright, here, let me grab a. Here's to Bess. Good Christian woman. Good Christian woman. How about that sot in the corner? Not bothering nobody. Been here long? Soon as I'd opened. Got started a bit earlier, I suspect. On a bender, huh? Sleeping in a ditch or something? You don't think maybe Ted? Nah. Ted's a good man. Honest, well liked. Let's see if there's anything else I can look at while. There. Whoop. Hard times, sir. Seen as late morning at a roadside tavern in central Kentucky. The tavern is called the Lower Depths. Its clientele is working class. It's open through morning through late night. The walls are wood paneling. The floor is linoleum tile. The Lower Depths is rather busy, but is never empty. Just realized there's a TV sitting on top of that bar. Ted's a good man. Honest. Well liked. He's liked, but he's well liked. Sales is a good fit. Selling hammers. Can you believe it? Somebody has to. The hammers. They don't sell themselves. Here, here. Just hard. Ted on the road. Stuff all over. What to do all day? Come here, I guess. Sure. That's what I do. Cheap drinks, conversation, and the entertainment. Sure. What's tonight? Oh, tonight it's. Oh, Junebug. I'll stay for that. I need some music. Get my mind off Ted. Something romantic. A love song from when the world was young. What time? Round 8, maybe? Well, set 'em up slow, or I'll sleep right through it. Well, this is interesting. Distinct narration on the TV. See if there's anything else. Wakefield stunts in entertainment. The premiere at Buffalo Street Student Theater was a curiosity. Two obscure plays by a local author were simultaneously presented for the pleasure of a handful of baffled patrons. The result? An absorbing, if unfocused, drama about the ills of debt and dishonesty. Certainly, the highlight is Sarah Wakefield's performance as Pearl Slade, the young woman who tries to rid herself of her parents' debts. She is a revelation. Sadly, her verve and imagination do little to salvage the tepid pantomime of the Barfly, a character who perhaps could have been done with a few lines after all. Levi Tolbert, Kentucky Post. Am I the Barfly? Act 2 sound cues. Distant highway, nature program, drone number 2, door opening, door closing, car passing by. Barfly sits alone at a table with 2 glasses, one empty. Straightened shirt, checks her pocket for currency, empty-handed. Begins to calculate. Makes a mental note of room's exits, considers possibility of escape. Inspects the exit. Estimate paces to exit. Considers social effects of sudden exit. Weighs options. Fumbles in pocket. Oh yeah, this feels familiar. Before I was wealthy, I once considered dining and dashing. The most irritating of minor crimes. Pretends to read. Encounters troubling headline. Bites lip. Pretends to inspect newspaper photograph. Recognizes neighbor pictured left. Averts eyes. Makes mental note, like mental checklist for planned exit. Adjusts position. Prepares to bolt. Remembers half full drink. Pauses and sighs and relaxes his shoulders. Put it back on that weird dinosaur show, would you? Nah, those history programs don't make any sense. I prefer the nature programs. They think they can just say anything on TV, and I don't believe there to be a damn word in the Bible about dinosaurs in the Ark. Been a long time since Sunday school for me. Do you go to church, though? Nah, not since Bess. It was her church, really. Good Christian woman. Good Christian woman. Well, I'm curious to see where they're going with it. They got you now. I just think they're gonna run out of rope before long. Dinosaurs on the Ark. I prefer the nature programs. Yeah. So was your vacation good? 7 days poolside. Thought you said it was a beach. Oh, sure. No, it was a pool. Was it a pool? Or a beach? Maybe, I don't remember. Weird. You think I'm making this up? Oop. Set designer's notes. Doolittle must have been an odd bird. Many playwrights, Tennessee Williams or Eugene O'Neill, spend as much energy on precise descriptions of the play set as they do of any of the dialogue. I love Tennessee Williams plays. So my job is finding ways to get creative within constraint. But Doolittle only describes settings poetically. To be honest, I think he'd have preferred there wasn't a set at all. Well, here I am building one anyway. Susan Bryford disappearing all those years ago. The enigmatic wino. I don't mind a drunk, but I hate riddles. Lula Chamberlain. Scene afternoon, same tavern. Same people, fresh drinks. Just think I'm making this up? Oh, no, Hi, Harry. Are the old folks here? Just me and Evelyn. All morning. Hi, Evelyn. And that sot in the corner. You're early, Pearl. Parents usually don't roll in until the evening, 5 or 6. Everything all right? Oh, sure, thanks. We just have some stuff to talk about. Well, post up here and let's watch this weird dinosaur show. I'll stand you a drink. All Harry's pouring today is Hard Times whiskey. That all you got? They make a good whiskey. Sure, but, the rumors. Rumors are rumors. Put it on my tab, Harry. You driving, Pearl? Oh God, no. You know they want almost 40 cents a gallon. 40 cents a gallon. Fuck you. Whenever this game is taking place. The whistling isn't picking up on the mic. Whistles. I had the early shifts, so I just walked over. In this heat? You still working over there at Ace Jewelry and Loan? Joe Harden proudly trading shortcuts for dignity since 6 days a week since 1962. At least they have the piety to shut down on Sunday. With Joe, it's more likely a hangover. Can it be both? Well, I know you see more trade than I do. Must be slow over at the hardware store. Slow isn't the word. Now Ted is out chilling for quality hammers to make up income. Have you considered quality hammers on your shelf? We made the switch recently and business has tripled. Well, of course, I'd love to have dinner with your lovely daughters. Evelyn. Hey, a man gets lonely out in the road. You know how it is. Nah. Harry, you've been traveling, right? Sure, yeah. Down in New Orleans, just taking a break. Vacation. Looking around for ideas. Tell her about the pool or the beach. Evelyn, sounds nice. And the hostess. I may just cut you off. Looks dejected. Oh. So, the pool or the beach? Yeah, Harry, which was it? Well, it was a week of relaxation. Now I'm back. Still look stressed, if you don't mind me saying. Ha! He just looks like that. Sure, that's just how I look. I've never known you to leave town, Harry. I've never known you to leave this bar. Oh, no, I get out. You still drive that old truck? I don't know. I think they towed it eventually. The hell you say? That must have been years ago, Harry. How do you get around now? I take the bus, or I walk. You walk to New Orleans? To New Orleans? Wash it, Evelyn. Looks dejected. I don't mean nothing by it, Harry. Harry, did you really go to New Orleans? Now, just where do you two get off? Sorry, forget it. Sure, she didn't mean nothing by it. We'll lay off you and get back to drinking. I gotta be ready for the entertainment. Oh, who's on tonight? That's Junebug. Works for me. Round 8, I think. I'll stick around. Could use some sad music. I came here to break some hearts. What's that? To dash dreams. What are you talking about? Gotta talk to my parents about their bar tab. I won't be paying for them anymore. Oh, hang on now. No, it's time to cut the old folks loose and head west. I can't keep enabling them. You know? Debt's a debt now. Harry, I'm sorry. I know you've got a vested interest in, and I don't want to I don't want to make a victim of you. They'll come up with it somehow, I'm sure. No, it's not that. The thing about debts is you never know when they'll be reckoned and called in. What's that mean? I'm not saying anything, but I know debt, Harry. I see it all day. It's all around me, like a thick gray fog. It's in the air I breathe. At the pawn shop, they have a new financial technology. I'm the ambassador. Did you know that? A new technology. It's a new kind of debt, Evelyn, and it's a mess. What do you mean, a new kind of debt? You know what we do at the pawn shop? Secured loans. We don't buy used goods, we take personal property as collateral on a loan. If you don't pay your loan, we sell your stuff. Sure, I get that. Works for people who couldn't get the loans otherwise, I guess. Now, Harden has this new idea. He calls it a payday advance. but it's just a short-term, unsecured loan with a wicked interest rate. There's no filtering. Most who borrow can't keep up. When he has this, then he has this big pile of debts with big returns on paper, and he can sell those debts to a bank. Huh? Who's borrowing like that? Who do you think? When Joe put me in charge of it, the only dark-skinned clerk in the whole shop. You think so? I know it. Don't you see I look just like you? You can trust me. But Joe knows they won't pay on time. There's no money in lending, but there's more money in usury. Yikes! Ugh, that's in the Bible. I won't pay a shill. I just have to save a bit more, and then I go to California. I'll be a real clerk at a credit union or something. Something ethical. Ethics in a credit union. I just have to get rid of these old parasites first. Neither a borrower nor lender be. Well, my tab is in good shape, I think. You're behind too. Not as bad as the Slades, but... Well, Harry, the only thing I owe you is a handshake and this whiskey you're about to pour me. Let's say this one's on me, Pearl. Nah, I'm good for it. For today. Let's just say it's on me. You're awfully strict about a cash for a guy who just got back from vacation. Drink up, Evelyn. Maybe you better find some other chair to sink into so your debts don't get reckoned out from under you. I'm out for a bit. I'll be back later to disappoint a couple old deadbeats. I'll stay for the entertainment. I won't throw you out, but just remember what I said. Oof. God, this is getting some real subjects tonight, aren't we? Whoop, and there she goes. Up. What is it with the brick sandwiches? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Scene. Evening. The same tavern. New patrons Rosa and Lawrence. Seated at a table. Old and tired. Stiffly written but well acted. There aren't many characters in the entertainment, now playing at Buffalo Street Student Theater, but director James B. Carrington has been able to give them all enough dimension to make them interesting. Edgar Forrest's performance as dejected bartender Harry is convincing, but this is not a role to which an actor can project much power. The audience pities him without never really knowing why. Indeed, despite the cast's well-rounded portrayal, sparks only fly once or twice. Zoe Hook, Louisville Times. Dramaturge's notes. To set the play in present-day 1973... there's my answer, 1973. We need to adjust the price of gas, as discussed by Pearl, Evelyn, and Harry. We also made some adjustments to the description of Pearl's work. We left in line about Rain's Law, which would have been archaic in Doolittle's time anyway. I guess the biggest change we made, besides mashing the two Doolittle plays into one, was to the title. We thought we should rename it A Reckoning and a Barfly, to mix the two titles to be really clear about where it came from. But Carrington liked the bleak irony of the entertainment. Joseph Wheatrey. Act 3 sound cues. Distant Highway. Drone number 3. Management material. That's what he said. Is that so? 11 years behind. A supermarket till. You're damn right. Damn right. I have a commitment to and reliability. That's what he said. Management material. Bet they raised you to $3. I bet 4. The responsibility. Man, my lips are really dry today. I can't get a whistle in. See Pearl today? She was working all day, I think. Usually doesn't work mornings. The sleigh women are all getting promoted. I think they just put her on another shift. What's the morning at a shift like at a pawn shop, do you think? Excuse me. Black coffee and desperation. Let's celebrate. Harry, Another round. We're celebrating 2 promotions in the family. Talk to Pearl today? She worked all day. Slow panning. She was here earlier, looking for you two. She'll be back. Why don't you just pace yourselves till you talk to her? We're celebrating. Pace yourselves or pay your bill. Why are you so stuck on Bill all of a sudden? Are you sunstruck? Sure, you know it's twice as bright when you get the ocean and the pool both reflecting at you. Evelyn, you catch sight of any alligators? Sure, it was gators everywhere. A swamp. Big sandy swamp with a pool and a hostess. What's that? Set him up, Harry. Junebug will be here any minute. We want to be receptive. Alright, but I keep track. There'll be a reckoning. You folks hear about the reckoning? Actually, let's look at the Barfly notes. Barfly slumps alone at the table. Remembers. Scowls at the memory of an unkind world. Remembers. Considers retorts to perceived slights. Remembers arguments. Forgets specifics. Scans the forecast. Tries to remember day of the week. Considers past or future thunderstorm. Scratches absently at the table. Silently repeats prayer to stupor. First I heard. What's up, Harry? Shorting your bills? Let the books get away from you? That's an ignorant thing to say. Been doing my books for 10 years. Keeping this place alive all on my own. Hey, the guy of my majesty's. Pardon me. Oh, I think I rattled my brain on that one. Always ever since best. I'll just let you run that tab up until you two drink yourselves underground. Now, he didn't mean nothing by it, Harry. Yeah, Harry, you don't only know I'm joking. Sure, I know. I know you're joking. All right, let's drink. I better slow down. Hard Times whiskey comes on strong. Don't want to end up like that boiled owl in the corner. Everyone is so mean to the barfly. It's very interesting that they're directing a lot of negativity towards him. Can't tell anymore. Either they have some secret ingredients or a secret process or something. Something in the wood they age it in. Yeah, something strange in that wood. Drink up, Larry. Don't call me Larry. Sounds like an old man. All right, Silver Fox. Now you... I'll let it slide. Another? Well, I don't get paid until Friday, and I haven't seen Pearl all day. She can pick it up when she comes back. Ooh. I don't count on it. What the hell kind of thing is that to say is that? Our own daughter. Generosities have limits. I don't know what she said, but the Slades are good for it. This family takes care of our own. Sure, we'll get it straightened out when she comes back. Better get here soon, or she'll miss the entertainment. Shouldn't Junebug be here by now, Harry? Yep. That's what you get with working with artists. Good entertainment, but always late. This is pretty late, though. We'll stick around. We're celebrating. Sure. Yeah, not expecting a late night sentimental call, and if he does, let it ring. The philanderer. Last drink, Evelyn? One more, Harry. I just want to hear some music. Well, she better show up soon. This is less waiting for Godot and more waiting for Junebug. Whoa. Yep, and here she is. Love song plays on the jukebox. Late night, the same tavern. Ensemble apprehensive. Act 4 sound cues. A distant highway, jukebox love song, a disconcerting hum. Entertainment bores at times. The conclusion of the entertainment is obscure modernism passing as tragedy. We can only presume that this another of the company's experimental interventions into the original script, as it betrays the human drama so carefully erected over the prior 3 scenes. Lula Chamberlain's set is unpretentious and realistic, with a handful of confident lighting cues. The dialogue has an easy facility for barroom banter, but a disconcerting habit of settling into familiar grooves. An uneven but decent production. Nathan Masters, Lexington Herald. Writer's notes. Many in the audience consider leaving. If anyone leaves, let them leave. The theater is not a prison. If anyone coughs, cough also. The theater is not a sickbed. We minister to the audience. We revere the pains of the audience. Lem Doolittle. Profound statement. Barfly slumps half asleep on the table. Struggles to remember a mental checklist. Juggly fumbles in his pocket and remembers. Places right hand on shin. Places left hand on leg. Leans precariously into the table. Closes eyes. Opens eyes. Scans the table for landmarks. Remembers and spits. Glances down at the newspaper and tries to be interested. Sighs and shuffles and surrenders. I love this song. Never heard it. It's a love song. It's a Valentine. Sure. Ever been in love? Nope. Me neither. Well, there's Ted. Son of a bitch. Evelyn. You love Ted, right? He's a son of a bitch out on the road, selling hammers and hammering shop girls. You know he isn't. Well, I wish he would. You don't mean that. Sure. I don't mean that. He's a son of a bitch, but you have to stick by your family. Sometimes. If it kills you. To you? Why? You just have to. Why? I love this song. What if they're better off without us? My folks could get better with money. Ted could, I don't know, meet someone new. He wouldn't. He's a good man. Would you? Ugh. All I want is to be free of parasites. Keep my own money, pay my own debts. Don't be a fool, buy me a drink. What do you want? I want to run a hardware store with my dear husband. Evelyn. I want a whiskey. Is that all you want? That's all you want? A love song. She could have said. Sure. Pearl, you could have said something. I shouldn't have to say anything, Dad. Letting us just sit and soak up a debt? We're celebrating. Pearl, it's supposed to be a celebration. Don't you know the news? Larry, drop it. So celebrate. I'm not stopping you. But I'm not paying for it. Your mother's going to be a manager. So put a manager's salary on that tab. It's not... Sure, they said she's management material. What kind of material are you, Pearl? Maybe. He said maybe. I'm made of sweat and blood and beer, just like you raised me. That's a damn strange thing to say. Sure, my hands are cut up, but you're a loan clerk and your mother's a manager at a supermarket. Damn it, Lawrence, it's not settled. Not settled? O'Neill just handed you a promotion. Why can't you celebrate? Rosa, what did he say to you? Remember what he said to you? He said, didn't he? He said, maybe eventually. Maybe eventually. Maybe eventually. Management material. Keep your chin up. Maybe eventually. Oh, that's a familiar kick in the teeth if I've ever heard one. Sooner or later, keep your chin up. How's that, Dad? Enough. You can still settle. It'll just take longer. I should look again. Just sit with me, Larry. Let's just wait for that music. Get away from the awfulness. Sure. We can celebrate. Sure. The Slade women are moving up. Eventually. She's this late, she's not coming. Where's Junebug? Where's the entertainment? I said if she's this late. She always shows up. I've got nothing better to do. You gonna settle up first? Don't be a fool. Watch it. I'll buy you a drink. How about water, Evelyn? And maybe call it a night? What time is it? I love this song. It's relaxing. Like the sun by the pool on a beach full of gators. God damn it, Evelyn! Harry, your language. What would Bess think? Good Christian woman. God damn it, who cares if I did or didn't go to New Orleans? She didn't mean anything by it. Maybe I just sat here alone in the dark. Would you like that, Evelyn? Is that what you want to hear? Watching nature programs in the dark. Just me and the deer and the gators and the goddamn dinosaurs. It was Harry's Ark, Evelyn, 2 by 2, out of the flood and into the poorhouse. She's just drunk. All on my dime. There's gonna be a reckoning. All of you. Just stick around and you'll see. What are you talking about, Harry? What reckoning? I want to hear another love song. Where's Junebug? I hope she never shows up. I can't pay her. The money's run out. What's that? It's gone. The money's all gone. I let you sponges soak up so many free drinks now I can't even stock the whiskey without striking a deal. Nope. More whiskey? Harry, what kind of deal? Doesn't matter. Can't blame us. Harry, we're just a little short from time to time. Sure. Just leave, Pearl. Just trust me. Okay, I'm leaving. Are you sure? I'm sure. You don't deserve this. All I want is a love song and a whiskey. You'll have plenty of time for whiskey. I just want to be left alone. That man is like a straitjacket. I know, Evelyn. If only he'd meet some tall, young thing on the road. I know. 11 years behind a supermarket till. Keep your chin up, Rosa. Eventually, maybe. Maybe eventually. Now, y'all should clear out. Where will we go? Just let us wait. Just let us wait for Junebug. We're good for it. Just want to have a few drinks and see the entertainment, and we'll go home. You don't understand. Sure. We know you're struggling. We're all struggling. Harry, you said you have a deal, right? God damn it! You don't understand me! Harry, your language. What's to understand? We'll all settle our debt soon. Rose is in line for this promotion. All they want is debt. They feed on it. They put it in the whiskey. What the hell are you saying? He'll be here soon. The boy from Hard Times. There'll be a reckoning. Harry, our debt's not into the distillery. It is now. I traded it. I sold it. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Woof. Look! Well, that was a fucking thing and a half. I feel like I need to analyze that whole thing. My old theater nerd brain is starting to kick in. It's all about debt. There'll be a rec. It feels like that should be like. I feel like I should change the stream title now to either maybe eventually or there'll be a reckoning. That was. Now the question. Now the first question is what the hell was the like? Not even the what the hell was that fucking neon skeleton jump scare, but what even was the play itself? It's all about debt and parasites. Just, oof. Definitely makes you think of hard times all around, like a fine hard time whiskey. Alright, well, I don't know, do you have any thoughts, Nana? Because that was one hell of an interlude, that's for sure. In the meantime, let's start Act 3. Fair enough. It's just a lot. It feels like I could think, like, absolutely write an essay on that kind of stuff. 83 and sunny now. Looks like it's going to be about 101 by late afternoon in Louisville and 103 in E-Town. Not a cloud in sight, and so get out those parasols. Major accident just west of the Bardstown exit, so if you're heading to work on 31 and you are late, my friend, Oh, Lysette and sugar? Yeah, just a little. I forgot how you take your coffee. Tired. Didn't sleep well. Those old horses of Ira's used to keep me up. You thought they were having the bad dreams, I remember. Ira wouldn't hear it. They're just horses. Well, those horses were troubled. Alethea chewed up the wooden stalls. That's right. Charlie loved those horses. Sit on the roof and read his textbooks and watch them. He was so careful. Our roof was just in better shape than one he fell from. Charlie was alone on that roof. Guess he was. It was so bright. His teacher said, what was the word? Imaginative. That's it. How can I forget? It wasn't his fault. It wasn't anyone's fault, Conway. It's what we mean when we say it's an accident. Sure. Well, we have a mail order delivery today. Might be a long drive. Hope the truck can hold up. Long drive? What makes you say? I think so. They said they wouldn't come in person. Maybe just a shut-in? I don't recognize the address. The order is all... I'm sure we can fill it. Guess that'll be the last. Guess it will be. The last act of Lysette's Antiques. The... oh, what's the word? Finale. Maybe. No, that's not the word. I just need to think a bit. More coffee or something. I've had too much. It'll come to you. Maybe. I'm not sure anymore. Seems inevitable that there will start to be words that I'll lose forever. What are those boxes you set in the hallway? Those are Charlie's old books. Oh, thought we could look at them together. That sounds nice. Cora should be here so soon. Will you wait with me? Sure, Liz. I'll wait with you. There's your traffic and weather on the fives. That's every 10 minutes, brought to you by Consolidated Power Company. Stick around for Old Kentucky Home with Kate, helping you turn your humble home into a mansion after this. Whew. That's always a depressing conversation. Well, Conway? But, whoa! I got a skeleton leg now. Conway? But that's only if you make a late payment on a follow-up visit. I think everything went well enough here that they'll only bill for... Oh, he's awake. How you feel, old man? All fixed up? Truman says you might be a bit misty coming out of it, so... what time is it? It's been about 2 hours. What have you been doing? We watched TV for a while. The Dr. Truman showed me some of the terms of this bill. I think it's kind of... You want to look over it yourself, I think. How about that leg? How's your leg feeling? Yeah, that's the important part. Conway shifts his leg a bit in the chair, testing it. Well, it was the heat. The shingles were cracked in the sun. One of them slipped under his feet. Shingles? What are you talking about? Who slipped? Your thoughts and feelings are probably still a little nebulous from the Neurofall TM. It's totally normal. It'll pass, but I wouldn't recommend driving, at least for another hour or two. Thank you, Doctor. Sure, it's... let's talk about a few things you should be aware of. Recovery, rehabilitation, and side effects. Oh, I'm used to a few side effects. Like having a glowing skeleton leg! There'll be side effects of Neurofall TM, mostly. The operation itself wasn't particularly remarkable. Typically we see daydreaming, deja vu, pensiveness, fugue states, irregular perception of time, but about 50% of patients report a generalized sensation of lateness. Nothing to be alarmed about, just keep in mind. Look at that after fade effect, that's so surreal. Best thing I can do is keep it clean and free of debris. But what do I clean it with? Only thing clean your leg with is soft cloth moistened with water or isopropyl alcohol. You'll definitely want to avoid abrasive agents like detergents or other solvents. So, you have any questions? Anything about the bill that didn't make sense? I don't mean to rush you. I have an early fishing trip. Tell about the payment plan in the bill. Yeah. Well, that's one of the atypical clauses. I don't really have control over the bill now that Consolidated Power Company bought my employer. They handle everything. So it all runs through your electricity bill. Now, my leg is being run through the electricity bill? You can pay it back in full in your next billing cycle, or you can get on an energy credit payment plan. You have to call Consolidated for more detail about that. I don't really understand how it works. Something about generating electricity and sending it back to the grid. Thanks for your help. Julian's outside. We can head back to your truck. I'm sorry, are we gonna go back to the part about my leg is being billed through the power company? Act 3, Scene 1. The Museum of Dwellings. Alright, back on the Eagle. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna let this slip. My leg is being refinanced through my electricity bill. How are the drugs treating you? I feel a little distracted. Probably pretty tired, too. Usually feel more tired after a late nap. You ever take anything for that? Caffeine or pills or never? Well, it's common in your line of work, right? The company store had the pills the miners used to stay awake. My folks had a peculiar relationship with medicine. We almost never had a regular doctor or health insurance or anything like that. Our immigration stuff was a mess for most of my childhood, so we only qualified for state programs in small patches before something or other would get contested, and we learned just pile of dentist appointments and stuff to short windows. If a cut got infected or migraines were too much to handle, Mom would just talk to so-and-so, who knew so-and-so, usually another minor, and end up with some pills. And instead of medical advice, every pill came with gossipy anecdotal warnings and superstitions. Like all this lore that came with it. Like dangerous, mysterious. There's no such thing as mysterious. Weaver's folks couldn't help. Yeah, they had plenty of good health care through the university for a while there. A couple of times they'd swing something, so I got a bit of whatever Weaver needed. In high school, Weaver got these pills to help her focus. She was so smart, but always going off in different directions. Mind racing, like 5 different conversations going on in her at once. And you're lucky if even one of them was something in the room, you know? So she had these pills, and they seemed to help. I was struggling in school too, failing my history class. She offered to share those pills. Well, did it help? At first, yeah, helped a lot. I had a kind of presence and clarity of purpose that I never really had otherwise. I didn't want to stop taking them. The power of Ritalin! One day I was sitting on my bed, my notebook was open next to me at the top of the textbook. I was holding a pen in my hand. I remember this moment from several years before. It came up so suddenly with such precision I couldn't put it out of my mind. I felt I had to stay with it until I recalled the whole thing perfectly. It was just a tiny nothing moment. Mom patching up the side of a birdcage, winding up some spare wire around the frame to reinforce it. I was fixated on that image and that sound, the cage kind of bending and twanging as she worked on it, rapping and nodding, scraping copper against paint like bowing a rubber bowing a rubber violin with a railroad tie. My parents came back from a triple shift and found me still sitting there on the edge of the bed, pen in my hand, delirious with thirst, patching that birdcage with 1,000-yard stare. Woof. Hey Homer, how you doing? Guess the rain stopped. Oh, there's nothing in the roads. I'll get around it, whatever it is. Oh, hey, it's those 3 visitors again. Emily, Ben, and Billy, or something or other. 9 a.m., 5 p.m. every day of the year except Labor Day. Last admission is 4 p.m. daily. Bob, that's what it is. Emily, Bob, and Ben. Damn. Try the door. You folks lost? Then what? Ben, you're being very uptight now. You're right. It's unlocked. Not sure if it's finished in there, though. What's finished? It would be better if it were finished. Can we be sure of that? Slate, you'll wake someone up. Gosh, I think I heard a voice. Maybe a security guard? I didn't hear anything. We're just too late. Let's come back tomorrow. Why can these two, like these 3, not hear me? It's the same thing happened at the gas station in the basement. It's like they are on a different time or like something or other. Alright, let's go in. If everything's shut down, it'll be pretty boring. It's definitely after hours. What? I said it'll be boring. No, we have flashlights. Look, if we visit by day, see what they want us to see, we might if we visit by night, it'll be all up to us. Emily, Ben, and Bob argue about whether to enter the museum. It's a weird fucking conversation. Alright, let's test the new layout. Well, aside from being made of neon lights and being a bit... Oh, right, yeah. I forgot about the eagle. Hi, Julian. Okay, let's get out of here. So, what's the plan? I could use a bite to eat. Oh, okay. Been on the road a while. Well, there's an all-night convenience store not too far from here. That sound good? Sounds good to me. Okay, we can take 31 heading east. It's right before 65. They have places to go. "31 heading east." Okay, so the engine sputters and dies as Conway guides it carefully off the road next to a fallen tree. Oh no, the truck's dead. What are we gonna do? Act 2? Act 3, Scene 2. A tree. Well, look at this fucking tree. What am I looking at? Nothing to be done? Won't start up, just won't start up again. Damn, you had it in this truck long? I bought it used a ways back. I wonder how old it was then. Do you... Wait, is this why you always leave your truck running? Lads, that's up on a hill, so... I get the picture. Anyway, do you know this area? Anyone around here that could give us a hand? Looks like a road crew's been out here. Hey, we should call someone. Do you know a good towing company? Uh... Yeah, Lucky Boot Collision and Towing. Here's their card. Lucky Boot. Alright, I'll give them a call. Hope I can get a signal out here. Shannon speaks into a large brick cell phone next to your ear. Hello? We got an old, I want to say diesel old truck just stalled out. Sure, it's too late for me too, but your car says open 23 hours a day. Yeah, that's why I'm calling. Exactly, that's all. No, it's okay. We just need to get to an auto shop and get this taken care of. Thanks for the offer, but we really just need a tow is all. We we already ate. As soon as you can get out here, we're off 65 somewhere, just pulled up by this tree that fell over. Oh, hello, Jag. You missed the entertainment. And also, well, you'll get a better shot of our leg situation once we figure out what the heck's going on with the truck. That's actually a pretty accurate description of it. Yeah, just hanging over the power lines just like that. Did you see it go down? Okay, my pleasure. How long do you think you'll be? Radio music. Hello? Let's talk to Ezra, see what the kid has to say. You bored? Are you? Yeah, most of the time. Let's play a game. I've had 20 questions. Okay. Ezra looks meaningfully at his shoes. Got it. Okay. Yes. Okay. Is it a bird? No, you're guessing too soon. Can I see it with my eye? Yes. Would I recognize it if I saw it? It would look like something you'd recognize, yeah. Yes. It's bigger than a dog. No, a dog is bigger, except for one of those really little dogs, or a puppy, I guess. Does a puppy count as a dog? Alright, that's all your questions. What's your guess? I think I got a few more. I wasn't counting, but I'm pretty sure that was 20. Is it a nest? Yeah, pretty small nest made for a small bird. It's empty and it's nighttime and it just rained. It fell out of the tree and now we're putting it back together. And we'll take it apart again. I was all ready for those questions. What was that conversation? It's a strange child. I wish Julian wasn't so busy right now. He's got a lot of houses to carry still. Wish I could help more. Okay. I think they're on their way. Guess we have some time to kill. Could look over the road map again. I've stared at this thing too long already. Where'd you get that old map anyway? It's just always been in the truck. Huh. Someone must have grabbed it at the gas station somewhere along the line, or maybe they threw it in the glove box of the dealership. When my parents bought their first car here, it came with a map. I used to sit back out in the back and pour over it. Whew. Aunt Remedios saw me look at it, I guess, and 2 days later she gave me a map she brought from Colombia. It looks almost hand-painted, deep, vibrant colors, rough borderlines like ancient brushstrokes. Really pretty. I'd slowly trace the coastline with my finger, like I was walking on the beach, and say, here we'll swim, here we'll start a fire, here we'll build a cave in the cliff face and go live among the bats for a while. I think I'll take a look at that radio of yours. Maybe I can get it going again. No point just standing around. Oh, I don't know if you can see it from here, Jag, but you know how last time we were playing, my Conway got his leg stuck, and we went to a doctor to get some help? Yep, there's a motorcycle. Uh, okay. Is this the right way? I don't recognize the trees. Of course it is. Oh, it's Junebug from the play. Anyway, we'll see it in a moment. Yeah, I'm sure you're right. Just the trees are so quiet, you know? Usually you'd hear birds, wind, a squirrel or something. Doesn't seem so quiet. Doesn't seem so quiet right now. Yeah, you're right. Maybe I'm a little bored. I'll work some chord progressions in my head for a while or something. Let's look at the road ahead. How far are we? I don't know, 20 minutes? Damn. Harry's not going to be happy. You know he doesn't like me anyway. Well, tell me about the frog. You won't understand. Wait, is it the play? What? Hey, yeah, didn't you play this record? This is Dee Dee's record. Yeah, Dee Dee, that guy's out of control. We should do a set with him. Only Johnny plays the notes I like. Aww. Time is it? You got a time and second. Yeah, but yours is more accurate. Harry's gonna flip out. Relax, Cricket. Yeah, you're right. Sorry if I'm being uptight. Just play that keyboard, I'll figure out the rest. I know. Whoa! I think they had a dog. What is with you and animals lately? I don't know, they have a warmth. We still have all this useless bread from that bakery gig. It's stale, but dog won't care. No, fine, just a minute to share some bread. All you the best. And hey, if they're not busy, they can fill some seats at the gig. You know, if no one's there, Harry will try and bilk us on our fee. Anyway, what I was about to say. Oh yeah, our leg is being refinanced through the power company. Maniacs. You okay? Sure, you? No, I'm fine, thanks. They were in a hurry. Where do you think they were heading? Dunno, heading to work, heading home. Where have any of us headed? Mechanical noises as Junebug and Johnny move. Stay here. Careful, he's wicked with strangers. Ha! You, who's chasing you? Hear that, Cricket? We're being pursued. I knew it. Who's after us? That's a good question. These folks seem to have a certain handle on the situation. So, dinosaurs. Sure, something like that. Listen, we got 2 questions for you folks. What kind of people do you take us for? I mean, how do we strike you? Seemed nice enough. What do you think, Cricket? Our generosity is unmistakable, ma'am. It radiates. It does radiate. Now, here's another question for you. Do you like music? Uh, I think used to sing in taverns on the weekend. Beautiful sound. Oh, it's more than bone. It's fucking neon. We have a neon glowing prosthetic leg, I think. Whether it's prosthetic or not, I don't know, but the doctor who looked at us told us that our bill is being routed through the friggin' power company. And we pay it off the same way we pay off our electrical bill. You'll get a better look at it close up. It's very weird. Do you like music? At last, of course you do. Say, they should come to our gig. What an idea. Well, we're waiting for a tow. A tow? I won't hear about it. This time of night, you'll be kicking your ears till dawn. We'll fix your truck up. Me and Johnny are a couple of regular gearheads. Well, I just put in a new cylinder block on this baby here. The Vicious Cycle. That's what we call our bike. We call it the Vicious Cycle. Pretty tough, huh? We'll get you fixed up quick so you can come to the gig. See, we have a regular booking tonight and we're running late. Very late. That's what I told him. Now, the old man who runs this venue, Airy Esperanza, is a notorious with odor. And if we don't get a few bodies in the crowd, well, he'll go all penny pinching on us. Just a short set. We only have one song prepared. You'll come to the gig, won't you? Of course we will. Of course they will. Can you believe it? We almost didn't stop. Hungry, old man? I think I got a crust in the sidecar here. That dog of yours is such a pitiful sight. Well, it's all said and done. We stop. That's all that matters. Our gig's at an old tavern called the Lower Depths. It's over by Charlie Moran Highway, just off of 65. We usually take a ride off the interstate around the petting zoo. Johnny likes the petting zoo. I do like the petting zoo. Now, let's see that truck of yours. I feel certain we can get it running. Okay. It was off 65, they said? Over by the petting zoo? It's Bonayar Road. Mammoth Cave Road. Oh, there's the petting zoo. The petting zoo is closed. I am sad. Oh, never mind. They went this way. Yeah, along Charlie Moran Highway. There's the tavern. Okay. Act 3, Scene 3. The Lower Depths. Now, are we actually going to the actual bar, or is this still the play and I'm losing my mind here? Oh my god, it's a real bar! Feels a little like home, huh? It's not all bad memories. Some of it, I don't remember it at all. Let's look at the bar door. It's kind of late. Are you sure they're open? Sure they're open. This is one of those places. Well, let's head on in. We are not saints, but we kept our appointment. How many people can boast as much? Well, that's lovely, man. We've said it. Poet. Yeah, can you see it now? Look at look at the leg. The leg is being refinanced through the power company. I have no idea what that means. It terrifies me. Ma'am, I hate to say it, but the cupboard is bare. Have some vision, Cricket. We got 4 patrons. Ari doesn't count. Well, we've done more with less. Well, what kind of music do you play? It's like Serato Cole meets Octana, but with woman lead, and the keyboards are kind of ambient whisper wave. A little more reverb. There's some Dolly Crown in there too, just like early stuff before she joined the Sheet Swingers. Better drum programming though. Whisper wave, got it. I think he gets it, ma'am. Oh, he gets it. Let's talk to the bartender who is a real person, that this is not a play. All I'm pouring tonight is Hard Times whiskey. Got any coffee going? No coffee. Hard Times whiskey. I'm sorry, but my brain just kind of shut out for a moment. Are those two robots? Because they were making mechanical noise. The Zero's a weird place. Hey, shut the JD door, would you? I can't afford to run the AC all night. Sorry, Harry. Oh, it's you two. Where have you been? Never mind. Listen, I can't keep this place open tonight. Open through the small hours of the night, just waiting for musicians. Where is everyone? Everyone had to clear out. It's good setup, huh? There's nobody here to listen to it. I can't pay for. We brought some people, Harry. A crowd is forming. Yeah, but also, don't you want to hear some music, Harry? It does sound nice after the day I've had. But okay, they absolutely are robots. That's really thrown me off. What is this place? Oh, pardon me. Little tickle in the throat. Ugh. Ezra flips eagerly through the jukebox's catalog of songs. What do you think? I don't know how to play this game. Oh, that reminds me. There's this diner I used to go to when I was a kid, and I used to make a little bit of a game flipping through all the different signs and the little sheet lists of music. All right, what music can these two weirdos play? Let's hear it. How's it looking out there? How y'all feeling tonight? Can we get a little bit more reverb in the monitors? Harry adjusts the soundboard behind the bar. How's that? Test, test. 1, 1, 350. Lamentation. A lamentation. Sounds good. How's everyone doing? Anybody had a real bad night? How about you, old man? Yeah, real bad. We'll try not to make it too much worse. It's a song I heard in a tavern many years ago at an open mic night. Me and Johnny were out riding the road. You know, like to drive around. You like to drive around, old man. That's my job. Of course you do. So we're out riding and we passed by this gaudy old tavern. I mean, it was real dive. Busted out facade, weeds in the parking lot, tap so dry, bats in the bar room, and run by this creaky old bag of bones. Looked like the only thing keeping him awake was the fear of death. So glad to be back here at the lower depths. Hey now. So we stopped by Infinitely Drink, and there was a lady singing right up here on stage. And the song she sang, well, it stuck with us. And now it's a regular part of our repertoire. Never got the lady's name, but she seemed like a sweet gal. She had a sweet voice like Scotch whiskey. And we just hope we do her song justice. So here it is, Too Late to Love You. Oop, music. Whoa. What? Oh boy, psychedelia, let's freaking go. When you left me, I should never have met you. I wish we met before. which I was good at doing singing to a beat. It's hauntingly beautiful. Oh, it's select the lyrics. Never mind. Wish we met before. There we go. Now I don't have to sing. I'd miss you. Ooh. Unexpected musical, this game. Just wow. Well, I hope you liked it. Kind of sad, isn't it? Kinda. Listen, we appreciate you folks sticking around for the show. There's nothing more wretched than playing sad songs to an empty room. We just gotta get our fee from Harry, and then we'll get you headed to 0. Well, Harry, I think that went pretty well. I would say the crowd was into it. Reverential. Repped. Guess the usual fee is about right, and we'll let you get back to your business. Well, it's just... Damn it. I was trying to tell you to. I can't pay. They cleaned me out. I got nothing left but a GDIOU from the distillery. An IOU. Oh yeah, I could absolutely see that moment. It could absolutely blow someone's mind. This was a beautiful, beautiful scene. Yeah, I traded them for some whiskey, and I guess I had some surplus credit, and I got this note to get some more from them later on. Must have been a hell of a trade. I had to. I got to keep this place open somehow. God damn it. What's your language, Harry? Could you pay them with your IOU? Well, it's very contemporary, very astute. How about it, Harry? Let's push some paper around. Well, it's just I can collect it here when they bring more whiskey up, but for you to cash it in, you have to go down to, down to the distillery, down to Hard Times, and you got to take the 0. So that's what we'll do. How do we get there? Are you folks sure you want to head down there? I've never been there myself, but I hear people hear things, rumors. That's where we got to go. Well, I'll tell you this then. Well, this is it, right? We're square? Harry, you're right. If only. Got a radio in your car? Yep. Well, here's what you gotta do. Take a left out of the parking lot, and then just fiddle around with your dial until you hear something familiar, familiar, but strange. You know, feeling like I used to go hunting with my uncle out in the mountains, and now I watch these nature programs. They're filmed in the mountains, and there's deer, and I know all the plants in every kind of tree, but something just don't look right. And it's even stranger for being so close to familiar. Something like that. You'll know it when you see it. Fix that strange but familiar station to your dial, drive for a bit, and then turn around when the station cuts out. I mean, right then. Hope you find what you're looking for. Eventually. It's always a pleasure, Harry. Is it? Okay. Once again, we got our weird esoteric routes to take to try and get the hell back on the road. So. Turn the radio on. What's a station? Never heard this before. Sounds like horses? Running horses? Lisette and I had some horses years back. Yeah? I was bummed a little afraid of them. They're so big, and I don't know, you look in their eyes, they're almost human. It's like they're human and animal at the same time, since they've been domesticated for so long, I guess. Well, this fits the familiar but strange for me. Harry said we just drive until it cuts out. Okay, let's go. And as... Oh. Alright, time to channel my inner horse girl. Goodbye, horses. Okay, we're back on the 0. The Hall of the Mountain King? Alright, someone get some Edvard Grieg going. Act 3, Scene 4. In the hall of the Mountain King. Oh, that's Sabotage. Let's look at that bridge. The bridge ends abruptly, crumbling in disrepair. Hey, Homer. What's supposed to happen here? So we got a storm washed away. I haven't seen much weather down here, though. Time to cut him loose, ma'am? Well, now I'm having fun. Ah, slow night anyway. I guess we're going on the boardwalk. Alright, come with me, Junebug. And Shannon. Some rope. A loop of decayed rope is coiled in the banister. Some rotted sections have been smoothed over with fine dust. There's a pile of computers? Broken computer monitors are heaped precariously among the rocks. Is that an animal carrier? Whoa. A pet carrier for a cat or small dog has been left in the path. A calcified rag wadded in the corner may have once been a blanket. Look at that. A hiking backpack leans against a rock. It's empty except for a dusty bag of cat food and a few punch cards. Bonfire crackles reverberates through the cave. A pile of discarded electronics burns steadily at the center of the chamber. Oh, it's triangles within triangles down here. Shifting, intersecting, overlaying. It's romantic. Let's see. You're here to steal back the love of a boy you once knew when you're too young to recognize the movements of the heart. And you're escorting her, pretending to have interests at heart while really, you're in love with a young woman as well. So you've agreed to help him conspire to win her affections, but it's just a ploy to set him up for embarrassment and diminish him out of the picture. What are you talking about? No, you're right. It's insipid. Derivative. I used to be really good at this. I had 11 novels published, from The Billionaire's Bidding to Fields of Longing. Real hot, bodice-ripping stuff, you know? I miss those days in my Lexington studio apartment. Just me and my thesaurus, steaming up the windows. Hello, we just ran into a freaking smut writer. I just stopped writing. You know, suddenly it was all computers everywhere you went. I thought I might be able to do something with that. Inject a little libido into those ugly beige boxes. So I went back to university and studied the human-computer interaction, and then I picked up Donald's research assistantship here as a tester, debugging. In my off hours, I played around with the doomed love story at the core of our little simulation. That seemed to amuse Donald, so I kept at it. I'm afraid I tinkered too much, made it too complex. Now our work is never done. We don't even have to add any new functionality. The bugs just grow on their own, too complex. I miss those days in my Lexington studio apartment. A woman in a tattered cardigan looks furtively at the other people around the fire. Donald puffs on a smoldering pipe while half mumbling, half singing an old country tune. Where the old river runs through the hills, caves not known to us, down to that sunless sea. Oh, who are you? What's that song? Oh, you caught a verse from my absent-minded warbling. Yeah, it's just a song from my youth. Something a dear friend used to sing to herself. We hacked crystal radios in the boiler room. In old Kentucky, where my love a lovely home did build for me, and where the old green river runs through hills and caves not known to us, down to that sunless sea. From there on, it's all meandering rivers and romantic greenery, and that is... what were we talking about? What's that computer over there? It looks pretty vintage. Looks like a harmless old computer, doesn't it? Like some beat-up mainframe exhumed from a university basement and left in this cave to rot, or to flower. No, it's no ordinary computer. I've modified it extensively, in some pretty experimental ways, believe you and me. That's to say nothing of the software, but you look like the technically minded sort of person. Tell me, do you know the effects of mold growth on diffuse space transistor circuitry? Sounds like it would short circuit. Certainly, but not all of it. Some moldy filaments are more or less conductive than others, and it grows in nonlinear, chaotic patterns. We can guide it a bit through a simple application of classical horticulture, but we can't produce specific results, only tendencies. Excuse me, are you saying that you're finding ways to cultivate mold for computers? Thwarted and feeble we hamble on this derelict keyboard. My name is Reason, the King of Kings. But we are mere gardeners in the ruins. Our keystrokes echo off into the tunnels, boundless and bare, and the caves stretch far away. We're too late, always too late. What, did you say something? You were telling us about the software. Oh, the software! My life's work, Xanadu. You heard of it? Perhaps you've read about it in a journal. It's been years since I published anything. Xanadu has evolved significantly since I explained its data structures in my article, Literary Multitudes, Hypertextual Narrative as Post-Structural Witness. Evolved and then deteriorated. I'm afraid you're too late, my fellow hypertext enthusiast. As the mold accumulated on circuitry, Xanadu blossomed for a moment into something holy and enchanted, and all the charm was broken. Do you have any idea what it's like to spend your life building something and sit powerlessly as your work declines into ruin? I drive deliveries for a small antique shop and we're closing down. Shuffling around the dusty ghosts of antiquity. Well, I have my own ghost, and I'm keeping them in there, in Xanadu. It's running on that glorious dusty machine. Take a look if you like. Too late to do anything but smoke and reminisce anyway. Far too late to do anything. We're absolutely checking out Xanadu, aren't we? Do you know that when I first... No, I mean, if this cave were larger, I'm gonna have myself... I've got it. How would you characterize this space, the one we're standing in now? Seems endless. You have no idea how right you are. Decades of mapping and notating, but how can you tell? What formal quality makes it seem endless, you know? Shadows seem to... that huge fire, the smoke just disappears. Mysterium tremendum! It sends the shadows scattering, momentarily lights the mouths of unseen tunnels. That fire is constantly reshaping my... close your eyes. Will you close your eyes? Only if you close yours. Okay, I can do it from memory. Good. Now. Alright, why don't you all close your eyes as well? We'll follow along. You are standing at the top of a rocky peak. A tongue of the flame licks the shadowy anatomies of... Where are we? Oh, here again. How disappointing. What are all those computers for? Computers? Oh, now I remember. I was writing on them. I described a cave. That was my job. Describe the cave. There's a great history of caves in the literature. Don't you know? The walls are frozen rivers of orange stone. Isn't that vivid? I've had a lot to live up to. I was a grad student studying statistics when I started working with Donald on his project. He said we needed someone with a more analytical mind to do the descriptive writing. Someone who would appreciate the cave descriptions as real labor instead of taking their authorial voice for granted. Donald warned me it would be long hours of typing painstakingly detailed descriptions into the computer. And I've put in the hours, believe me, I've put in the hours. And I've described every facet of this cave in such detail that sometimes I don't know if I'm reading or looking, writing, or exploring. Often in the dark, lonely moments, I worry that my sleep is I might transcribe rooms of my dreams into the system. How will we know? They can only be entered with precise, faithful detail. It's all I know how to write, and all I dream about is caves. I only dream of caves. Okay. Well, let's, man wearing large glasses inspects the ceiling. A massive gate constructed out of scavenged material blocks passage down the far side of the spine. This road trip is getting weird. The kingdom is in peril! Well, what else is new? Do you work here? Work. You could call it that. I gather old circuit boards and throw them into the fire. Sometimes I fish out precious metals and let them cook into toxic gems. I put them in my hair. Enchanted jewelry, talismans, a magic mirror that prevents the future, a magic shield that protects the bearer from age, a magic chest that's always filled with... I never went to university. I was an independent scholar. That means I took to public libraries like a beachcomber. I studied fairy tales. And I came to work for Donald. I paid the bills, rubbed leathering elbows with academics, scraped black mold from cave walls. Finally, now I carry firewood into scenes. The kingdom is in peril. We found Xanadu. How do you think we get it started? This whole thing? Maybe there's a hand crank around. Oh, it has a run key. Alright, buckle in. Let's see what the heck we're about to stumble into with this. Act 3, Scene 5. Xanadu. It's a very interesting choice of a name for whatever this is. Xanadu. Noisy broken synthesizer music. Xanadu. Woof. Oh, there's something. I'm trying to read this. Cigarette, it's it up, the double, the American, collect a young this process. This thing is in rough shape. Do these switches do anything? Conway flips an unlabeled switch. You are staring at the T and road the smart correct Lord. I refuse your absurd. Okay, that's worse. Try typing. It kind of looks like a house. Type house. House. Hats. No, in bleed. Did that say in bleed out? Well, I'm in the cave. You are in a hello. Test west everywhere. Low fit outfit alert remove the composer in the morning. You will you They fix it back. Give you look, you surf. Bring it back. Tape set big. Say Philip. Sure. Did that say Lula? Lula. Or Donald. Ik heb more fel instructor. I've got the machine and it says it's for help. I'm losing my mind. The School of I see School of Music. It sounds fair. It's a web one. Taylor. Yep. So much. Joseph. I see a Joseph. Joseph. See high slate. And the chip carbs and scribed for the voice regal read hill of soot perfwhip reader. Let's go here word reader. And you've got the at Bisfax? How's your act holding up? Or holding up? Damn, I can't tell what she's saying. Oh, I have my portable degausser with me. Old systems like this can build up a remnant magnet field that sort of warps everything along whatever pattern it's settled into, you know? The degausser clears that up by suddenly shaking the magnetic field around until it's uniform again. That's how I like to think of it anyway. Like shaking up a snow globe. Worth a shot. Okay. See if this works. Oh. Oh, I see the cave. Otter, oh god, it's freaking out. Otter, Whitley, yep. Yeah, for yard, you stumble into a funnel like a back, you soup, penspec. Well, okay. Stalactites adorn the ceiling like something. I can read stalactites. In at center of the room, there sorrows aspire is where you set up your domain. Premature ebb of life. Press any key to quit. It's a lost cause. What a piece of junk. What the fuck was Xanadu? Act 3, Scene 6. In the hall of the Mountain King. How could you forget, Jack? How could you forget, Mana? Bizarre. What was that about Lula? Maybe Donald knows how to clear it up a bit. Okay, let's get back to Donald, because what the ever-loving fuck was that? That was, I feel like I need analysis. That's for sure. Let's move along. The Zero is a strange place. Oh, there's Donald. Donald! So, you've seen it for yourself. What's left of it. It's pretty busted. The chalky bones of a beautiful dream, but you can see what it once was, can't you? Can't you? There's so much more to it. An ornate labyrinth of memory, exhaustively stimulated parallel cave ecosystems, real artificial intelligence built on sophisticated neural network algorithms. The birds in the forest could flock in 3 dimensions. The bats could learn to sing. Then it began to crumble when the strangers came. First, we only heard them walking heavily through the caves, dragging things around, hammering and clattering their tools. Sometimes we heard working songs, never close enough to make out real voices. Just their echoes cascading wordlessly in the tunnels. And we caught a glimpse of one. What they look like. They look like, no, it's too horrible. I shouldn't be telling you about this. They're dangerous. They're strange. I should never try to outwit them. They're always too much for me, but it's too late now. If I'd listened to Lula, Lula? Lula Chamberlain? Well, of course. You know her? Yeah, we're looking for her now. No, she's gone. She left. We built this together, you know? Lula, Joseph, and I. Oh! This is the third guy! Oh! Okay, so Joseph, that's Harrington. The guy with the elk horns, who also is a playwright. But Lula was the woman who was, the artist who was working for the Bureau of Reclaimed Spaces. And they said that Donald went off, so this is Donald. Oh! Mind explode. Lula's gone from here, but still in Xanadu. I don't know where Lula is now, or how to get there from here, or how to unwind that damn tangled highway, but Xanadu, before its ruin, was faultless as an oracle. A shrine to perfect stimulation. Till, maybe, those weird interlopers destroyed my Xanadu. Perhaps they know how to fix it. Maybe dangerous. I've sent many eager seconds to negotiate with them to repair my masterpiece. Back there, that tunnel. Push back the vines, crawl out into the darkness. Watch your step. After a while, you'll feel the terrain change beneath your hands and knees, from rock to crystal and then to mud. And you'll be out. That's where the strangers come from. Now leave me alone. I still have a bit of mold in my pipe and a few dreams left. I repeat, what is going on? Act 3, Scene 7. Where the strangers come from. That's a cemetery! Wait a minute. Didn't they say that the cemetery had been repurposed into a distillery a while back? Oh. Huh. Well, this can't be right. This looks like an old church. Worth looking inside, I guess. I want to stay outside. Okay. I'll stay with him. We can look for lizards. Okay, we'll make it quick. An epitaph is engraved in the stone grave marker. Keith Guerin, generous dismission. You will be missed. Below the inscription, a note is written in white chalk. HT8191T. Fill date 29. June 29. Notes of almond. Tim O'Connell and Kyle O'Brien. We think you two would have really liked each other. HT8 what to be? Weird finish. I don't like the implications of this. Matt McGinley always had a far-off look, probably still does. Fill date August 1st. Aftertaste of rainwater? Oh no, I don't like the sound of this. What is this distillery doing? Ben Tobin or Alan Cook? Fill date September 8th. Sweet and fungal. Robert Yang would have wanted it this way. Maple turpentine. Oh no. Susan Dwyer should have said something. Fill date November 1st. Sense of foreboding. They did well. The play did say they were doing something with the wood in the where they were aging their stuff. Unknown seemed reasonable. Fill date November 2nd. Easy on the nose. Oh, found any lizards? One, but went under a rock. That's lizards for you. Is that guy your boyfriend? Nah, what's a boyfriend anyway? That's a word people use because everyone else does. Doesn't mean anything to me. He's about cricket. See, it means something that's specific. I want to be specific. I think you are. It's the middle of the night, and here you are in a graveyard. Any other kid would be in bed. You gotta make choices and own them. You think I was born this foxy? I came off the assembly line about half a foot shorter, all gray, no eyes. They're gonna have us cleaning out in the old mine. Doesn't matter what you look like under all the rock and water. Bunch of gray shadows shoveling and hammering invisibly at the walls, draining the tunnels. Johnny found some gear, an old tape player. We hid away in an underwater cave and listened to it over and over. Then we knew we weren't miners. We slipped out into the road, just these two featureless shadows, and ever since that night we've been detailing, coloring in, specifying. I feel more like myself every day. I think I should be a musician too. Is that right? I'll have to keep an eye on you. Hi Conway, hi Shannon. There you are. What you finding there? It wasn't. Hey, what's going on? You look flushed, old man. Doesn't matter. Right. Okay, got what we need. Let's go. Yeesh! That's deeply upsetting. Act 4, Scene 8. Back in the Hall of the Mountain King. I'm gonna keep doing that, and it's still gonna be funny. Donald? What the fuck? Trace an orbit around the road and close your eyes with a holy dread. For we are mold and whiskey fed, we drank from rivers down below. Found your strangers. We know how to fix your damn machine, but I'm not sure if it was worth it. Oh, soon the visions will return. What have you found? They say you need to type in a specific phrase to restore it. Oh, bit of a poem to rally the illustrious spirit. Of course. Well then, type away. By all means, do not hesitate. Type away. Back to Xanadu then. God, that reminds me of a segment in Alice Isn't Dead, which is another Other America kind of story, where the main character Keisha is delivering a package to a factory owned by a young man, and as she's hauling the package through the factory and is having conversation with this man who's been building his life's work and running the factory, he's getting older and older with every single step that he takes, until eventually they reach the end of the factory and he's turned into a decrepit old man. They finally open up the box that Keisha was carrying, and it turned out to be the coffin he wanted to be buried in. He just opens it up and hops right on in. I love Other America. It's so unsettling. Let's get Xanadu working. Okay, we're supposed to type dome in a fair. Weird. Just following instructions. Here we go. Alright, back to Xanadu. Let's see if we can make it coherent. Act 3, Scene 9. Xanadu. Okay. Well, now it's not screaming at us. No, if it starts saying Daisy Daisy, then it could be significantly worse. Let's turn it on. Xanadu. at the end of road, or at end of road. Well, there's the house. You are standing at the end of a road before a small brick building. Around you is a forest. Check out the building. Enter building. Hooray, I love these old text-based adventures. Inside building. It's getting warbly here. You are inside a building, a storage shed for the National Park Service. There is a sensible, modern electric lantern nearby. Get lantern. Taken. Exit building. Enter forest. That's not something you can enter. Just have a direction. North. Alright, let's see if we can't get ye flask. In forest. You're in an open forest with a deep valley on one side. Can we climb a tree? Climb tree. I don't think much is to be achieved by that. Sorry, can we dig a hole? You can't see any such thing. Pretty limited vocabulary. South. You're in a forest. Hey, it's a maze. West. You're in a forest. Lula is here. Soldering replacement components on a small handmade radio. Just talk to her. Hi, Donald. I'm getting into the strangest interference out here. I've been tuning in the radio circuitry gradually as we go, swapping capacitor values and tweaking resistor networks. It was working for a while, but everything I can pick up sounds so distant and muffled. I almost made the cannot get ye flask joke, but you beat me to it. Lula hands you the radio. Well, maybe you'll have better luck. You're good at this stuff. Just don't forget to give it back. Let's go north. You're in a forest. Joseph is here, tapping with a small stylus on a modified pocket braille slate. A small gray kitten, no more than a few weeks old, dozes comfortably on top of his backpack. Maybe he has something to say? Donald, I was just transcribing your footsteps. Sounded like... Joseph runs his finger along the index card he's been tapping on from right to left. Long, weary song, drearily gone, drearily gone. You meet a melancholy shuffle through those woods, Donald. I've been noting down the sounds of the forest with an ear for speech and an inborn filter for poetry, I suppose. So maybe it's me being melancholy after all. I'm eager to see what the poetic subsystem makes of these punch cards. Let's go east. At edge of hole. Is this a hole I see before me? You are at the edge of a massive hole. The dirt gives way to rock as the ground sinks into darkness. The computer tied to your upper back slickens with sweat in the afternoon sun. The rope slung around your shoulder has slipped under the strap of your backpack, digging uncomfortably against your collarbone. Shine lamp into hole. Light lamp. Your lamp is now on. Shine lamp in hole. The lamplight only reaches a few yards down the hole, where the rock is coated in a slimy black mold. You can tell that the walls are too slick to climb safely without assistance. Try using the rope to climb down safely. Tie rope to tree. The rope is tied snugly to a tree trunk. Down. Your feet slip a few times on the slimy rock, but you remain stable. Lula and Joseph descend carefully after you. In bed quilt? You are in Bedquilt, a long east-west passage with holes everywhere. Lula and Joseph remove the computer equipment they are carrying on their backs and begin setting up. It's the last trip, so everything's down here now. Say something back to her. You made an awkward joke. Don't be so morbid. Lula looks pensive. Ask her about the cave. Ask Lula about cave. Having second thoughts? I don't blame you. It's unsettling down here. The weird acoustics. Earlier, as we were climbing down, I thought I heard voices for a moment. Or, not voices themselves, but echoes of voices. Singing some kind of eerie, tuneless working song. I'm glad I'm just not down here alone. What's the gear they're carrying? Ask Lula about gear. Sure, Donald. Might as well take inventory. I've got the tape machine and the synthesizer parts we borrowed from the School of Music. It's all tuned up to my voice so we won't have to type so much. Joseph has his slates and the punch cards he's transcribed from the poems we read him. He's got the typewriter and the paper tape reader. And you got the CRT display, so how's your back holding up? Joseph looks uncomfortable. Jealous? Hey, Donald, can you help me wire up these generators? I'll assemble the synthesizer, but I could use some help with the serial interface if you have time. You hear an unfamiliar echo from a tunnel to the east. Let's wire up the generators. Help Joseph. I appreciate it, Donald. I'm not much of an electrician, you know. You know that. Joseph hands you a bundle of wires. His kitten curls up on a spool of cabling. Listen, the three of us had here had a good thing for a minute, wouldn't you say? Up at the old place before it got ugly. And I'm saying we came down here to work, to really do it. Xanadu. I mean, we've got to be rational about this. All three of us have got to put our feelings aside for a bit and be rational. Do you know what I'm saying? Is he talking about Lula? Kind of creepy. Tell Joseph to back off. Joseph wipes his brow with a dusty sleeve. Seems down here we're all strangers. Permanently strange. You're interrupted by the ominous echo of grating, scraping sound from the east, louder than before. What the hell was that? Let's check it out. Oh boy, are we gonna find, freaking tunnel people like it's the Descent? You rush down the tunnel, and with Joseph and Lula close behind. How do you like all this, kid? It's a lot of reading, but I'm really good at that anyway. The tunnel narrows as soon as you find yourself crawling on your hands and knees. Navigating the tunnel gradually becomes more awkward as smooth rock gives way to jagged crystalline surfaces. Scratches and taps echo from the end of the tunnel, some short and piercing, some slower and groaning as if dampened by water. The tunnel opens into a large room. In Crystal Room. Crystal Skeleton. You're in a large, irregular chamber. Walls and floor and ceiling are covered in crystalline projections. Strangers are here, scraping black mold from the crystals. They look up when you enter. One of them seems about to speak. Let's listen to what he says. The stranger reaches for a box he's carrying and presses a plastic button. The box whirs to life, and a crackly voice blurts something unintelligible, then slows to a deep gurgle. He looks at his companions momentarily in confused disappointment, then he returns his awful gaze to you. Joseph flees through a tunnel to the north. Lula flees through the tunnel to the northeast. Follow Lula. Run northeast. Lula's headlamp scans along the north passage as you run. Soft shadows loom perplexingly from floor to ceiling. You feel around to distinguish shadows from crystals, but eventually find yourselves cornered. You've hit a dead end. Who are they? Comfort her. Comfort Lula. You reassure Lula that the strangers are harmless. Are you sure? Maybe you're right. Sounds like they've gone back to work. Alright, let's try and pass them quickly now. Don't make eye contact. We'll find our way back to the equipment. In bed quilt. So weird. Your bed quilt. Lula's here, panting for breath. Did they follow us? Where's Joseph? She seems pretty scared. Reassure Lula. I know, but never mind. I don't want to think about it. I guess we should wait for Joseph here. This is where he'll go, right? No, I'm gonna search for him. Search. I only stand as far as wanting to search. To be more specific. Search equipment. The various computer audio equipment casts angular shadows into the tunnels as you scan slowly across the pile. Nothing. Down one of the tunnels? Search tunnel. You select a tunnel at random. Your lantern illuminates several sets of footprints in the moldy cave floor, but they are impossible to identify. Joseph climbs down from the rope you still tied above. That damn sound, those damn voices. I don't even know what direction I was running. I wove through the network of tunnels. I ran my hand along the wall, always turning left, but every turn every rock felt the same. For all I knew, I was running in circles. Finally ended up here. And I hid, I panicked. I heard you talking, but I didn't think I could trust my senses. But listen, there's one thing I have to tell you. While I was out lost in the tunnels I came across the Zero, and I had no idea. It's like a real place. They pick up garbage, they deliver mail, they work and go to work and to church, but it has an awful kind of emptiness. Wandering through, I heard horrible echoes. Weird images got burned in my mind's eye. A television, a scarecrow, a crystal, a feather, a sandwich, a CRT monitor, a bottle, an anchor. What's up with Lula? Ask Lula, what's up? Nothing. Just, Joseph, you sound disturbed. Lula, you heard the same damn stories as I have. Doesn't matter now, damn it, I'm leaving. To hell with all this. Get him back, we're so close. Divert Joseph's attention. You shout something at Joseph about the project you were working on together. You'll die in these damn cold caves. What about those men? You know they'll come back. Until we can hide from the strangers. Starts finding a hiding place. You shout something at Joseph about going deeper into the caves. Did you hear their voices? They're not... They'll find you, but not me. I'm going back to the surface. You and your stupid fight is ringing... stop. Your stupid fight is ringing through the whole damn cave. Joseph's right. We can't stay here. I'm leaving too. But I'm not going back to the surface. I'm taking my station wagon and I'm heading down to the Zero. I think we need her to stay. Ask Lula to stay. You plead with Lula about your continued collaboration. I'll send you this tape when I'm done recording. I'll put it in the mail, and then you can see what your damn machine does with it. Lula and Joseph have left. And just like the museum, with that strange tape display. In tunnels. Abandoned by your collaborators, your confidants, your companions. The only two among your colleagues with whom you've ever trusted the gift of your friendship. Pretty thick, sounds like Beardo had his heart broken. You wander the tunnels alone, dragging along the components of your unrealized masterpiece, climbing the underground passages for a new sight to realize your vision. Sounds like a genius. How do you mean? Woody. Ha. I had a guy who came to the shop once with a bunch of old radios and computers and stuff. Real junk. I think he collected it going down alleys or something. Anyway, it was all broken. He asked me if I could get out the tubes and clean them up. The vacuum tubes. So I pulled every vacuum tube I could find and threw the rest out. So I went over to him with some rubbing alcohol and cleaned out the threads. Used some nail polish remover on the glass. Did a pretty good job. Came back the next day and I laid it all out on a towel and told him he could check it out. Got the towel from my Aunt Remedios. And like everything with her was pretty kind of nice, you know? It's red and there's this gold embroidery around the edges. Guess it was a little too nice. Guy got all excited by the presentation, kind of circled it and observed each tube from a distance, moving his head around in weird, quick bobs like a pigeon. Then he started just lecturing at nobody in particular about the history of vacuum tubes. Talked for an hour. We went on a few dates, but nothing really came of it. Turns out, he was kind of boring. Gee, a guy who knows the history of vacuum tubes is boring. Go figure. The Hall of the Mountain King. Bing. After what may have been years, you stumble out of a tunnel into a cavernous open space. Stalactites adorn the ceilings like grotesques. In the center of the room is an enormous rocky spire. This is where you'll set up your equipment and establish your legacy. Xanadu. And now is the time to continue. It is time to continue your work. Research assistance 0. Realism index 37%. Romance insect 2%. Mold coverage 0%. You may hire a new research assistant, assign assistants to a task, or sleep until tomorrow. Let's hire a new assistant. Hire. Uploading at job advertisement to university message boards. You have hired Amy, who studies human-computer interaction. Assign. You may assign a research assistant to debugging, transcription, or speculation. I'm going to go with speculation. Assigning available research to assistant to speculation. Hire. Okay, no new applicants. Try again later. Hire. Okay, let's sleep in that case. Sleep. Time passes. Amy makes a convincing argument for the edibility of stone. Now's the time to continue your work. We're getting there. You may now hire a... Yeah, let's keep hiring. You have hired Greg, who studies architecture. Assign to speculation. Let's assign 1. Let's hire another research assistant. Okay, let's sleep. Greg posits that nature, not reason, is the master of industry. Greasy black mold is collecting on the computer equipment. Now's the time to continue your work. Okay, let's hire another research assistant. Hire Weaver. Weaver, who studied mathematics. Assign Weaver to debugging. Let's put 2 on debugging. And then put, wait. Whoops, did not mean to do that. Okay, can we hire another one? Okay, let's sleep. Weaver identifies a bug with the oxygen level simulation, but is unable to fix it. Greg makes adjustments to echolocating algorithm. Bats will now fly normally instead of getting hung up on each other's wings, clustering together like horrible leathery tumbleweeds. Amy widens tunnel slightly to reduce the need for extra crouch commands. Intruders. The strangers are doing something to the equipment, but you can't make out what. You hide behind a rock until they leave. With trepidation, you emerge from your hiding place hours later. Now's the time to continue work. I'm not convinced this is getting us any closer to the 0. Oh, they took our mold! Let's hire Mary Ann, who studies fine art. Okay. Let's assign 2 people to transcription. Can we hire some more? Assign 1 person to debugging. And then 1 to speculation. Sleep. Greg fixes some weird math with some weirder math. Weaver types up some lurid energy from a dream journal. Amy extensively notates tunnel diameter as a function of length. Marianne muses about love lives and fungal colonies. Weaver follows the strangers in tunnels. She doesn't return, but neither do they. Now is the time to continue your work. Okay, we're getting closer. Except we lost Weaver to the tunnel people. I've heard Roberta, who studied fairy tales. Okay. Let's put 2 and 1. Let's put 1 and then 1. There we go. Sleep. Murder fixes bugs. Amy fixed bugs. Marianne carefully transcribes the sounds of dripping water in all their variations over a period of several hours. Greg discards centuries of exhaustive data on the uniformity of cause and effect. Greasy black mold is collecting on the computer equipment. Now's the time to continue work. Maybe we should try to start over or something? This doesn't seem to be helping. Now we're getting there. We're making somewhere. Hired Andrew, who studies statistics. Okay. Let's hire, let's put 3 people. For 1 person on debugging. And then 1 person on speculation. And sleep. Time passes. Marianne fixed bugs. Greg summarizes the migratory patterns of bats through the tunnels. Andrew transcribes experiences. Amy had ideas. A mail carrier on bicycle brings you a sizable bill from the power company. Now is the time to continue your work. We're getting closer. Hired Rick, who studies library sciences. Okay. Let's put 2 people on debugging. Then we'll put 3 people on transcription. And then 1 person on speculation. And sleep. Andrew fixed bugs. Rick fixed bugs. Transcribed experiences. Marianne had ideas. Intruders! They're doing some of the equipment. They leave. Now's the time to continue your work. Okay. You may hire a new research assistant. Assign. Okay. Let's hire a new assistant. Connection failed. University messenger boards have been discontinued. Oh. Okay. Let's put 2 people on transcription, and then let's put the remaining 4 on speculation. I think we got it. You dreamed fitfully. You, Lula, Joseph stand in the hallway. The walls are blank beige. It's just after winter quarter before spring. There are no students around. Joseph says something clever. Lula leans on his shoulder. You wish that instead she had taken your hand or that there were any other option. Now's the time to continue your work. Okay. We're getting on. We are almost at 100%. Let's put 2 people on speculation. 3 for transcription. And then the last one I'll put on debugging. Time faxes. Black mold is growing. Okay, we got romance and realism. Let's put 2 and then put the rest on debugging. You prepared a nutritional meal of boiled cave moss seasoned with salt, translucent paste you've harvested at great personal risk from stalactites. Okay. Let's put 3 and 3 between realism and romance. So we need to do, 3. I think we're gonna get it. We're getting there. I hope. I have no idea what I'm doing. I know I'm not a programmer. Your habit of absentmindedly chipping away at cave crystals and sprinkling their dust in the air behind you has paid off. Just a few feet down in one of the tunnels blooms a small but kaleidoscopic garden of crystals. Okay. The mold is getting a little bit more out of control, so let's put three people on that, and then let's just leave 2 people for transcription. Actually, no, 1. And then let everyone else just kind of do their own thing. Oh, finally they leave. Now it's the time to continue work. Okay, they took the mold. Let's assign 2 people to speculation and then leave it at that. Getting a little bit closer. Let's go with 2 for transcription and then just do 1 for speculation just to see if it can help. Almost. Getting there. Getting there. Okay. Let's go with transcription. Put 2 in it. Can we hire a new script? Oh yeah, that's right. We got there's no message boards, and we'll set the rest for debugging. Ah! Let's do a speculation. Maybe go with 3. And then 1 for debugging, and then we'll put the rest in transcription. God, I hope I did it right. Oh, the intruders are back. Okay, it's getting closer. Let's put just 1 each in speculation and transcripts. Okay. Please be what I need. Ah! So close. Okay, let's do like 2 in transcripts and then 1 in debugging. This is taking a hot minute, isn't it? Research assistants come and go. You don't encounter the strangers again, but sometimes you can hear the uncanny echoes of their voices off in the tunnels. Years pass, mold accumulates. You and the remaining research assistants take to burning disused equipment in the center of the room. The black mold is intensely flammable and makes excellent catalyst. Leaves behind a sweet narcotic perfume. One night you have visitors. Outsiders, different ones. Then later that night, an old friend. You really did go deeper into the caves. Premature end of file. Press any key to quit. Huh. Well, that was an experience. Act 3, Scene 10. In the Hall of Mountain King. Oh, look, yeah, it's Lula. So she's finally back. Well, let's talk to Donald first. You really did go deeper into the caves. Well, you were easy enough to find. Met a few of your former assistants. One can't help but hear things. So, this is what became of our project. Oh, I made some additions. Joseph stole some of the data tapes for the first half, so I had some blank spots to fill. Yes, I know, he published his version, actually. Sorry to report that it's a bit tediously sentimental. We found your doctor. Oh, good. Yes, you're looking not well, to be honest. You smell like a distillery. Have you been drinking? Conway, look. Shane looks uneasily at Conway. Well, I wouldn't blame you if you had. It's so dim here. So you found the address data? Let's pass it over to Donald here. Donald, will you be a dear and crunch these numbers? We're looking for a sort of street name collision. Dogwood Drive. Wasn't the Bureau going to process it? I insist. I have cycles to spare. I'll just pack my pipe and get to it. That should only be an hour or so. Andrew will carry it over to... I'll be at the Bureau for the rest of the night. Just market private materials for the attention of Senior Clerk Chamberlain. How do we get to the Bureau from here? The bridge. Yes, the bridge. The gate over there. Now we too recede into history. Good night, Donald. Meet me at the Bureau and we'll get you on your way. Head counterclockwise to the cathode ray, then turn around, then it's clockwise until you find the Bureau. Between us, I think you should drive. Yikes. Alright, well, let's get out of here then. To the gate. So it was counterclockwise until we reached the cathode ray. I hear music. That was an experience, to say the least. The pursuit of life's work. Tape recorder. Someone's left a portable tape recorder. Doesn't appear damaged, but there's no tape to play or record. Hey, things... Oh wait, now we're on the different side, duh. A bookshelf was carried only partly up here before the project was abandoned. Still useful. The peak of the spire is crowded anyway. A sensible, modern electric lantern has been left here. The batteries have long since died. Oh, hi, Homer. Wait a minute. How'd you get over here? Thanks for waiting, Homer. You're gone a bit longer than expected. Ran into some trouble, Homer. I won't lie to you. What happened up here? Not actually sure. Very mysterious, ma'am. Alright, let's get driving. They don't want to stay any longer. Okay, so it was counterclockwise until we reach the cathode ray, and then we turn around. The rope. Oh, okay, so now we turn around. Sprocket. The anchor. The bicycle. The feather. The wheelbarrow. The antlers. The scarecrow. There's the Bureau. 3, Scene 9. The Bureau of Reclaimed Spaces. Got the time, Homer? Homer? Nah, you don't care about that. There should be more like you. Alright, to reception. Ding. Oh, hello, Marianne. No, Lula. Here you are. Marianne has the rest of the evening off, so I'm minding the desk. You're not too busy? If I'm in the middle of something, I just let the phone ring. It's soothing in a way. Results just came in by courier. Good news, Donald and his assistants were able to sort through the noise. I had Rick cross-reference their results against some of our records, found the corresponding mail stop on the Echo River route. As it happens, the night ferry is scheduled to make its stop here shortly. The ferryman carries the mail and collects the garbage as well. I'm sure you can catch a ride out that way. You're welcome to wait here. I have to go back to packing. You going somewhere? I might. I'm feeling impulsive and I'd like to be ready. Maybe back to Mexico. It's been years. I still have one of my sculptures in a museum down there, you know? Big, ugly iron thing. Time to have it scrapped anyway. Safe travels. Try to stay out of the water. It's colder than it looks and deep. Oh, there's a cat right here. So I'm just noticing that Junebug changed her outfit. Alright, guess we're waiting. How long do we have to wait? Oh, who knows? Alright, what happened? What? At the church, at the graveyard. You two came out there all weird. What happened? It's okay. You can tell him. Doesn't matter anymore. Fine. So we were in that graveyard. So what happened in the graveyard? Act 3. Scene 11. No, Scene 12. Where the strangers come from. Ooh, we're gonna see what happened in that distillery. Well, this can't be right. Looks like an old church. Worth a look inside, I guess. I want to stay outside. Okay. I'll stay with him. We can look for lizards. Okay, we'll make it quick. Let's go into the church. Let's sit for a second. I don't know what I expected. The strangers, he kept saying. Kind of vague already, isn't it? Donald's a stranger. Hell, you and I are practically strangers. Listen, earlier in the mine, I don't want to talk about it, but what did you find down there? When I saw Weaver, she was on TV. I was testing a pretty simple tube repair, started flipping through the channels to check the saturation, and she was just there. It's kind of horrible. I mean, I told you she disappeared, right? Suddenly ran away, but you thought she was dead. Yeah, I guess, but I don't like to say it. Dead. And then, next thing, time I flipped on channel 2, Weaver. It's burned in my vision now. She's standing in a room. The walls are a blank, kind of gray. There's tape on the walls, like markings, desks, a classroom maybe. Camera's in the corner, so it's a sort of 45-degree angle to the room, and there's Weaver right there in the center of the picture. I stopped turning the dial. Hell, I think I stopped breathing. Eventually she spoke, but there was no real sound. It was just this awful hum. I read the closed captions. She said to go to the mine. I'd find something there. I can't remember her exact words. Whenever I try, I get distracted. Fuzzy. It's so dusty in here, right? Yeah, real dusty. I think with all these holes in the ceiling. What the hell was that? Did you hear that? Must have been the church settling. Must have. Oh, shit! Well, down we go. Huh. It is a skeleton! It's a skeleton! Whoa. Oh, that is an effect. The stranger activates a tape player slung on his shoulder. A crackly drawl echoes in the room. It's patient. Sounds like it should be smiling. My regrets. I hope I didn't keep you waiting long. We don't see a lot of foot traffic these days. Doolittle? As in the playwright? I guess you're not here about the job. I'm afraid we only have one opening at the moment. Horrible business. What's this job? Certainly, I'll tell you everything you need to know. I've only just met you, but I feel like there's a certain place for you here. I'll just take you over to meet the dispatcher, show you the trucks, get familiarized. We can converse as we go. What is this place? Some kind of factory? Yeah, maybe, but for what? Why hidden away like this? What's that smell? Like baking bread? Baking bread? No, that's yeast. Please follow me. Whoa. I have to ask that you two step in here for a moment. This is for your safety, and adjust your outfits for a bit. There's some protective hardware up on the wall back there. Please remove your shoes and eyeglasses. We don't wear glasses. So that won't be an issue. Well, do us a favor and put on the headwear anyway. Just this way. Oh fuck, it's the people from the bar. Did Harry sell them to the distillery? What the hell? Beer. More new arrivals this evening. Plenty to do. Got to relay the formula. What job are they working? I don't know what it is, that it's been settled just yet. You see, sometimes we take on newcomers already in debt to the distillery. One of the foremen will find something for them to do, chip away at their sum until it's all settled. That's what I'm doing here, chipping away. That's what we're all doing. Wow, check out this stuff out. Must be decades old, but it's in perfect condition. How do you think they kept it like that? Maintenance, old man. Bet it's someone's job around here. Probably hard to keep all the dust out, underground. That's why I got into this business. Just to keep old stuff like this running. Seems such a shame to just let it fall to ruin, like that computer back in the cave, Xanadu. Decades of engineering, thousands of years of mathematics and philosophy, all petrified in a living stone. How could you just let it fall apart? Earl. This is Earl. He used to be a beekeeper. Borrowed some use gas to store the hives, but the interest accrued more quickly than the honey. Now he works for us here in logistics. So, this is what debt does to you. It turns you into a skeleton. Here is the fleet. Oh, we just use that to get around internally. How big is this place? Oh, it's grown a great deal over the years. Incredible to think, really. When Mr. Bishop founded this operation, it was only about 1,800 square feet, and half of that or more was occupied by camouflage to keep the law out. Hiding out in the back of an old church, purifying spirits by handmade fire, a kettle, and dream. So the trucks are just these stowaways in shipping. You can become acquainted with the dispatcher there. Give me a tap on the shoulder if you see something that catches your eye, Always happy to show off the facilities. Sublime machinery. Then let us go. Okay, so we go down to shipping. So we are just driving around, I guess? I'm trying to get the bearing on where I'm even going. Whoa. Yeah, there it is! Yep! They're distilling the whiskey in the coffins! We build every cask by hand right here. It's tradition, but I like to think our application of hands and hammers to the oak gives our stuff a kind of life. Oh, that's what I like to think. Something to be said for that. Craft. Well, that's what you call it. Sure, we've grown over the years, but we still consider ourselves a craft distillery. Here's the charring yard. Vents pretty well, considering this smell. This is what they call bourbon a comfort food. Those are empty, right? What? Of course. We don't really exhume them anymore. We tapped that source out years ago. I don't like the implications of that. Boing. Yeah, I guess we're getting back on the car. Let's go this way. Can we park? Follow me. I am Skeleman Doolittle. Fermentation tanks. Smell that? No mistaking it. Bacon bread. Exactly. That's the work of our unique ingredient, the yeast. The story is that Mr. Bishop got it from a baker in Knoxville in a little tin box. He was on the run, our Mr. Bishop, from the law. For a while, he hid out in some muddy swamps subsisting on live fish, but he always kept that little tin box dry, held above his head. Some among us have proposed that a bit of swamp water seeped into that little tin box, introducing a foreign element, and giving our yeast culture the eccentricity for which it's so widely known. I think it was that baker in Knoxville. They arrested him years later for possession of a controlled substance. Life in prison, solitary confinement, no visitors, no windows, until the day he died. Must have been a hell of a substance, eh? This place is weird. And very unsettling. How about everyone get back on the people mover? Trying to awkwardly control this thing with point-and-click controls is not easy. colliding with some caskets. Can we, turn around? This is where most of our staff ends up. What are they doing? Checking the, quality assurance. We used to bottle everything by hand, but these machines are marvelously effective. Made things a bit complicated for the workers. After all, the distillery you can't just fire them. How would they settle their accounts? But there's nowhere else to put them. They keep an eye out on things here. Can't be paid as much just to watch, of course. Well, that's progress for you. This is Cliff in bottling. Did you know? Well, how could you? Cliff was behind bars not long ago. He placed a desperate advertisement to local newspapers seeking assistance on his bail. The distillery put up the money, and now he's working it off while his case hovers in bureaucratic limbo. Is this hell? Are we in hell? Is hell a debtor's bottling plant? Let's keep moving. Is this where we're meant to go? I'll be honest, I'm a little lost. Follow me. The spirit's safe. Don't let them catch you looking closely. Nothing in here nothing within our purview. What's it for? Keeps us honest in the eyes of the state. Well, in the eyes of management anyway. We keep pretty well out of view down here. Not much chance of being spotted by a helicopter. Out of the law came knocking. We could say we were logging and securing our virgin spirits. We could say. Marvelous engineering, though, isn't it? Let's head up the stairs. Not that way. Okay. Bill. Please do not touch a thing. Very sensitive devices. We're not even allowed to run the formula through them. We have some computer issues of our own. Computers. Personally, I'm opposed on principle. Am I boring you yet? Are you simply dying of boredom? I could discuss this matter past sunrise. We're trying to fix this old computer in the caves. Of course, I'm boring you. Let's move on. More of these old computers. Looks like about the same vintage as the stuff in the cave. I can tell. Oh, I don't know this maker model, but you can tell. Check out these tubes. Nobody uses these anymore. I'm not sure where they get the replacements these days. It's rare stuff. Hey, is this like it's like antiquing with I set for you? That probably sounded kind of ridiculous, saying on about vacuum tubes and oscilloscopes. It's good to have a passion. Yeah, I guess it is. Someday you'll have to tell me what yours is. Oh, Danny. How goes the mystery, Danny? Danny's an enigma. He leases an old van from our fleet for some kind of daily art project, drives out every morning, comes back even smelling of propellants. Can't afford the lease in cash, so he pays us with working here. How's it looking, Ted? Get the new fan installed. Ted met one of our engineers at a bar some years ago, and they just clicked. Our engineer told him about some trouble with the equipment here. He felt compelled to take a crack at it. Ted has been obsessively tuning, replacing, and upgrading ever since. Find a project, Ted. You'll get ahead of it one day, I'm sure. Just keep moving along. This place. It's weird. Warehouse. Feel that draft of warmth like a summer breeze. This is the aging warehouse. How many casks have you got aging in there? I couldn't say exactly. Take a look at the inventory report later if you like. Plenty, though. Of course, we only have half our aging stock here at any given time. Most distilleries let their whiskey sit in casks through the cycle of seasons. In summer, the wood expands and the whiskey seeps in, picking up flavor. In winter, the wood contracts and squeezes the whiskey back out. Down here, there are no seasons. Each workday proceeds with the last in an unbroken chain of climate control. So we make our own seasons. Each cask alternates in a weekly cycle between the cold ground upstairs and this heated warehouse. So I guess these are like before and after. These new casks look like they can be used for anything. Yeah, before they get all warped and stained. You really can't undo that, can you? No way to clean them after the aging process. I mean, it's a one-way street. Alright, let's see if we can figure out where the hell we're supposed to go now, because, I'll be honest, I'm lost! Yep, very lost. Come on, let's not... Oop, don't get stuck. Wait, no, we came this way already. Come on now. Follow the horseshoe. Alright, there we go, the shipping. I think this is where we're supposed to go. Here it is. Now I have to ask, as a matter of course, what kind of experience do you have driving trucks? I drove deliveries for an antique shop until its last run. Aha, precious cargo, you'll do just fine. And you can drive safely, can you? I haven't any doubts. It's only that after what happened with Miguel this evening. Well, what happened with Miguel this evening? Well, the dust is still clearing, of course. Perhaps he closed his eyes for a moment, or simply hit a curve too devilish. I do pity ill-fated Miguel. He was good company and slow to anger, but if we're speaking confidentially, well, with all that lost product to be repaid, bourbon and glass dashed across the interstate, and a few casks too, we're just all thankful he had no next of kin. So let's see if we can ring up the dispatcher. Doolittle starts the truck and switches on the CB radio. A deep, monotonous voice drones from the doorbell speaker. 10:20 on that last load come back. Up in the Hummingbird Cave, 1012 City Kitty. This is a good time, dispatch. We have found Miguel's replacement. Thought you might like to get acquainted. 10-9, come again. Introduce yourself. Tell dispatch something impressive about yourself. They're very well regarded here. You folks know anything about a moldy old computer? 9-9 wheel holder, gotta pay the water bill. So, I'm certain they'll call you back before long. Let's take a look around the truck, shall we? Let's look at the wipers. Controls the wipers with this knob here. They seem to have a decent torque to them, Can't say how they'd fare in an ice storm, but we never delay a shipment. Better to assume the risk. Folks watch the weather closely. I wouldn't know it if I saw it. Too many years of climate control. Have I mentioned rarely if I ever leave the facility, I would know the rain if it drowned me. I'm sure the wipers are fine. But of course, what else then? Headlights work fine, see. That's important. Most Star Driver product goes out at night. You never know who you'll run into in the daylight. The dusk can be treacherously misleading with all that indirect light. The magic hour, Magic hour, sure. The angle of the sun at dusk and dawn means the light is mostly indirect reflections from the sky. Everything looks like a movie. It's all a bit softer. Driver sleeping today then? Sure, those that sleep. Miguel pulled extra day shifts when he could. Sometimes he'd help me, sometimes over in bottling. He shouldn't have been out driving at dusk. Weird shadows, soft lights, dangerous. Headlights look pretty okay. That they do. Moving on. Okay, sure, you'll want to look at... look, kick the tires. That's a thing we do, isn't it? Even though our knees could exert the kind of force these tires see out there on the road, we're more likely to hurt ourselves. Isn't that the way, eh? Tires look fine? Oh, I'm sure. It wasn't the tires that failed our dear Miguel. We're quite sure. What kind of man was Miguel? I always said of him, he was good company. Many of us have found ourselves in this position, arrogantly grasping at personal sovereignty when our lives have become unimaginable. There is no shame in it, only condolence. Now, what else can we show you? What about the back? Looks like it's just about ready to go out. We have some good, strong folks in shipping here, so you never need to worry about loading if you don't want to. Bit hard on the knees and back at our age, eh? Of course, you'll have to unload at the destination, but that's the job. And some drivers like the extra shifts stacking and loading here. I shouldn't really do any lifting these days. I see. Well, surely we can spare a dolly and carrying strap for your health and safety. Sounds like a lot of work here. It's in our interest, friend. After all, we must meet our financial obligations. Truck's radio crackles back to life. Driver, come back. Ah, there's dispatch. Now then, tell them about your experience. Tell them the truck's in good shape. Tell them you'll start in the morning. I've been driving for a number of years. Decades, dispatch. 10:33, dispatch. Got 2 black guys and a flock of crocodiles coming back. 10-4, bringing it back down. Prick your eyeballs, driver. Come back, Lem. 10-4. Come back, wheel holder. 10-4. Got your ears on? Good, listen to this. So, I think that went well. Let's head back up to logistics and seal the deal, eh? And I got one more thing to show you. Back to logistics, then? Okay. Let's see if I can figure out... Okay, it's that way. Oh, little too far. Skeletons are not good drivers. Let's head back upstairs. Hey, I have one more thing to show you. Wait, we only came here looking for some answers on this stupid moldy computer. Oh, the old man in the cave with the moldy computer. That black mold, it's drawn to whiskey. It feeds on ethanol fumes, you see. As we age whiskey, some of it inevitably evaporates in the air. The angels share. It goes through the vents here, and out into the caves. If we can scrape up that mold, we usually can apply some pressure and cold to it. Squeeze and condense the angel share back into drinkable whiskey. Every drop counts when you're making a living on the stuff. So we go down and scrape it off his equipment, just like any other place it grows. He kept sending his people here to drive us away. Paranoid. Truly paranoid. Well, now we have the formula, so we don't need to go collecting mold. But we didn't do anything to his moldy computer. He just forgot the password. One of his assistants shared it with me. Dome in air. That'll get you going, I'm sure of it. So, join me upstairs. Well, that was kind of a big waste of time, wasn't it? Let's head back on upstairs into, if you don't mind. Ugh. There we go. Now we head back up. Here it is, a beauty, wouldn't you say? It's an antique, you know. What is it? Why, it's an adding machine. This is where we come for our daily ritual, to calculate the day's interest and repayment according to the formula. I usually do so at the beginning of my shifts, so I know how many hours I need in order to keep it up. Yes, I believe you'll do well here. Happy to have you. Congratulations, you're hired. Wait, we can't... It's customary to start each day with a shift drink. Let's make it special, mark the occasion. This is the top shelf stuff, now single barrel. He doesn't... Down the hatch. Vina memoriae mors. Hey, wait, no. Wait, no, why is it drifting? Oh! Oh, the control's moving away from me. It was making me drink. I didn't want to do that. It was making me do it. Decent enough. Welcome aboard. He's not working for you. We have to get back to this art. He has a delivery to make. What's this? Not working? Are you turning down this opportunity? She's right. I have to make this, I'm disappointed. I'm afraid that leaves us with a delicate problem. As I indicated, this is the top shelf stuff you're drinking now. It isn't cheap. If it's not your first shift drink, well, there's the matter of this tour just now. My time and experience are billed at quite a premium. This is not good for you, my friend. You're in quite deep, by my back-of-the-envelope estimations. Well, we have that in common, I suppose. All of us. Yes, I'm afraid you have to work this off somehow. It's just the way of it. What's happening right now? You can start tomorrow. Take time to settle your affairs. Of course, the interest begins to compound immediately, and well, we'll go over the formula when you get here. I should get back to work. See you tomorrow, then. Well, fuck, we've been indebted to the distillery, who was also owned by the electrical company. Everything goes back to the power company. Well, so I guess I start in the morning. I guess. I'm confused. It's just the way these things go, kid. Well, I guess there's a few more hours to roam, right? Where's the ferry? That's right, we were waiting for a ferry the whole time. There will be a reckoning. Mark my words. There will be a reckoning. Is that a mammoth? Well, now. End of Act 3. Wow, that was something to say the least. I don't even know where to describe what all that was. Act 3 completed. And I believe now is a good place to stop. Let's head back to the office, shall we? Well, that was a very interesting and surreal and admittedly kind of terrifying experience. Kentucky Route Zero, everyone. We will pick up again with the next act, next week, I suppose. Potentially next week. In the meantime, though, thank you so much for watching this extremely peculiar and, incredibly fascinating game. We will move on to somewhere else. I'll send you off to somewhere fun. In the meantime, thank you all so much for joining me on this delightful excursion. As per always, the artists are credited who are responsible for making the artwork of the background assets and the model you see that's been talking to you for the past 3 hours are located in the description. If you wish to get involved with more of the community, there is a link to the Discord in the below for Masquerade Industries, as well as a link to my YouTube channel where I upload the VODs for the prior streams. We are currently hoping to get some milestone goals, 50 not 50 followers. I will do a tier list ranking of every single Batman villain. If I get 10 subscribers, I'll do a tier list of every Spider-Man villain. In the meantime, thank you so much for joining me once more on the Masquerade Industries work week, and I will see you once again on the factory floor. Have a good day now, my